It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day for the comms team at Kensington Palace. Today was Mothering Sunday in the UK, which is kind of like Mother's Day here in the US. Kensington Palace released their first photo of Catherine since she had surgery. She's shown here with her 3 children, and according to Kensington Palace, this photo was taken by Prince William at Windsor sometime last week. And if they thought that this would help with the online speculation and conspiracies, This is from Deadline, posted just a few hours ago. 4 major news agencies, Associated Press, Getty Images, Reuters, and AFP, have pulled the photo from their libraries amid concerns it was manipulated by Kensington Palace. Here is the AP kill notice. What it says is, at closer inspection, it appears that the source has manipulated the image. No replacement photo will be sent. So it is fair to put out there that up to this point, to my knowledge, they haven't said exactly what it is that has led the photo to be killed. Most of what I heard is that there are some Photoshop concerns about Charlotte, her hands, particularly her sleeves. People have also noticed that Louis is crossing his fingers. I'm assuming it's because he doesn't want to end up with a 5th finger like the Photoshop fail from just this past Christmas. So they haven't said that they believe this picture is fake from another time not taken this week, but they haven't said exactly what the issue is for it to be pulled, which allows speculation to run rampant. Another thing people brought up is that it looks very green for winter in England. I'm a lot of things. I am not a foliage expert. I do not know what the English countryside looks like this time of year when there has been a fairly mild winter. My guess was that they upped the saturation of the photo, but I don't know what this tree is. I don't know if it would be in bloom. I don't know. According to a friend of mine who has worked in journalism for almost a decade and a half, this is the first time that she can remember seeing a royal family photo being pulled from multiple agencies. Matter of Fact did a great video on this, and the fact of the matter is, royals have done poor Photoshop before. This is not the first time, but they do appear to be under stricter scrutiny than they have in the past. Honestly, similar scrutiny that's been applied to photos of Harry and Meghan. As of right now, Kensington Palace has refused to comment on this. So let's look at what the British media is saying. So far, there are some straightforward reporting stories like Princess of Wales photo recalled by picture agencies over editing fears. And then there's this one from the domestic Royal Rota captain, Rebecca English. Might give us an indication of how royal reporters are going to cover this. Further down, while there is no doubt as to the authenticity of the photo officially issued by Kensington Palace, it will do nothing to dampen the ridiculous online conspiracy theories swirling around the princess. I kind of think there's some reason to doubt the authenticity of this photo. I think by authentic, what she means is that it was taken this past week. And then there is this column from Sarah Vine, which has since been updated to include the new information. Kate's on the mend, so what a pity this image is fueling yet more rumors. Where she admits that, yeah, this is adding to the rumors because whoever's in charge of Photoshop at Kensington Palace might like to think about taking a brush-up course. What both these pieces ignore is that while people are famously unhinged and terrible on the internet, the catalyst for all of this has been a simply atrocious, unacceptable PR handling of this situation. It just feels inconceivable and something that I cannot wrap my head around, that the comms team for the future king and queen is this bad, but it is. And based on some of the reports of what the salaries are, not super surprised. Just pretend with me for a second that this image wasn't photoshopped poorly and that we somehow had the metadata which proves that it was taken last week. Who wasn't thinking about the fact that she is not wearing any sort of wedding band or her engagement ring? There's a fair argument that, yeah, you would take those things off if you had surgery, you're recovering, maybe you're swelling. Not all women wear their rings around the house at all times. I get it, and I agree. But if you know that one of the rumors going around is that Kate and Will are in peril and that Kate is trying to plan her escape or divorce, why wouldn't you make sure there's a damn ring on? And if you're gonna spend so much time photoshopping Charlotte's outfit and hands, just add a little ring. What do you have to lose at this point? Not everyone is going to see, as I found out from Vogue magazine's Instagram, that Prince William took the photo. For symbolism in these people's outfits and what they choose to wear for certain occasions. How can you miss this? If I was Catherine, I would be pissed because they have made a stressful situation all the more stressful. It appears that they were building the plane in midair and that someone didn't think that perhaps after a couple of months, people who aren't normally royal watchers would catch wind of the fact that we haven't seen the Princess of Wales since December 28th and that perhaps That seems a bit strange. They're never on the offense. They are always on the defense. And this just made it so much worse. But here's the other thing. I do not see how royal reporters in good faith cannot ask questions about this and report it to the public. Even if the photo was taken last week, the public deserve to know, and reporters should be asking what the heck happened here. Or if, God forbid, Catherine is not well enough to take a photo. If, God forbid, and I do not wish this, and I hope it's not the case, but if Catherine is not doing well, that reporters would still do their due diligence and ask questions, especially because Kensington Palace said that they would only give updates on Her Royal Highness's progress when there is significant new information to share. Is there? Or is their comms team just blowing it so badly? Either way, the media has a responsibility to ask questions and report back on it. I don't see how they can hide behind, we've gotten the statement from Kensington Palace, they said everything, we're not touching it. But I'm sure they will. I'm sorry, if there's no doubt to the authenticity, I'd like you to show me how and why. Otherwise, you are just PR for the British royal family. So I just hope that while people maybe are looking at royal photos a little more closely, that they're also applying a critical lens to the information delivered by the media. I'm very interested to see if we see a reversal on that decision not to comment and Kensington Palace comes out and says something, and how the British media continues to cover the fallout. Stay tuned.